What's going on, Jerome's? So the Indianapolis Colts, who roll into historic U.S. Bank Stadium Sunday night to take on the Vikings, they had a quarterback question entering the week. Would they roll with second-year potential stud Anthony Richardson or go with the veteran backo Joe Flacco, who comeback player of the year last year? Because him leading the Browns to 4-1 and the playoffs is better than Damar Hamlin coming back from dying, I guess. But announcement made today. Schefter, go. A quarterback change for the Colts. Indianapolis is benching former first-round pick Anthony Richardson and turned to veteran Joe Flacco. Sources tell Jeremy Fowler, ESPN, and me. Coaches met this morning and made the seismic organizational decision to change quarterbacks. And it really is telling because Richardson, he certainly has the upside, but he's very high variance at this point. And this might slam the door of Richardson with the Colts. All right, because you look at the non-linear progression of guys like Josh Allen, guys like Lamar, like guys need time. And Richardson, I think that he could get there, but he just has been massively inconsistent. And, the Colts, they're 4-4. They're still fighting for their playoff lives, and all of their games so far have been near-run things. And Flacco, frankly, has been like a decent part of that. And Richardson, like we said, runs very hot and cold, but completing 44.4% of your passes, that's just not acceptable. And yeah, him as a runner, it was super dangerous, but him as a passer, like he's just as much of a danger to the Colts as he is to the other team. And he only completed 10 of 32 passes against the Texans on Sunday in a very, very near run thing. He has 7 interceptions on the season to only 4 touchdowns, and his quarterback rating is 57.2, which is not good. It's no bueno. And Flacco, like we said, like when Richardson has been dinged up, Flacco has stepped in and played pretty damn good. He's got 7-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, plus 100 plus quarterback rating thus far. Went toe to toe with the Jaguars in a shootout, throwing 3 touchdowns. Got a win against the Steelers as well as on the road against the Tennessee Titans. So Flacco, it does make sense in terms of the Colts wanting a little bit of stability. And maybe it's the sunk cost fallacy, and maybe it's just because I romanticizing the upside of Anthony Richardson, and maybe that he'll get together since he's literally started 28 games since high school. But I don't know, like which quarterback gives them the best chance to win on Sunday? Probably Flacco, right? And of course now it gives us the golden opportunity for revenge for the 2013 Blizzard game, which this was still the wildest game I've ever seen. Like the score was 7-6 heading into the fourth quarter, and they scored a bazillion points combined, like 42 combined in the Blizzard. Toby Gerhart trucking people. It was great, except for the ending. But now we certainly have that chance for revenge. And Flores, so Flores is smiling right now, not because of Flacco, because frankly, I think that Flacco presents a more difficult set of obstacles for this defense and also gives the Colts a better chance to win than Richardson. But now Flores and company get a whole week of preparation, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday practice to get ready for one quarterback versus if it had been up in the air. For Richardson or Flacco, that's 2 very different game plans. So now the Vikings get to buckle down on one game plan. And for the Colts, they could have played the stupid game as like, I don't know which quarterback we're starting. But then they likely would have had to split practice reps in the first team with Richardson and Flacco, and then that really doesn't benefit anyone. So they're going with Flacco in this spot. What it means for the Vikings, like I said, full week to game plan for Flacco. But you got to be wary of jumping Joe Flacco as well. And the Vikings the last 2 weeks, veteran quarterbacks who know how to distribute the football and just get it out of their hands quick, that'll be a factor. And the Colts offensive line is no slouch either. Also, it certainly changes the pass rush plan. So now we can get after that ass against Joe Flacco. We after that ass, Joey, versus with Richardson, would have been like early in the season where you have a mobile quarterback deploying more of a mush rush and making sure that they stay in the pocket. But now, the run defense plan changes as well. You don't have to be concerned about RPO looks or read options. So it's much more standard and straightforward with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And also, you're ready for disguises to get recognized because Flacco's 39. He's been there, done that, gotten the T-shirt, won a Super Bowl MVP, is elite. Yeah. And Richardson, I mean, Richardson would have been fun. It's like confusing a young quarterback, and Flores would have brought the house with all these different looks and things. But, I mean, Flacco understands all these things. He'll get them into the right play, and that will certainly be a challenge. But you can still look for takeaways. And Richardson is a sieve in terms of turnovers, but Flacco will serve up a meatball or two as well. Even though he's been solid this season, 7-1, he did throw 10 interceptions last year for the Browns in limited work, so he'll still give it up and let you down. I'm gonna turn around and hurt you. All right, but either way, like, certainly is interesting. I'm glad that we got this news early on so that the defense can fully prepare and fully game plan this week. But don't write off Joe Flacco and the way that the Vikings struggled last week against old ass Stafford, as well as Jared Goff, a system quarterback 2 weeks ago. This is gonna be tough. And I thought that Richardson out there, he'd do enough stupid things and give enough opportunities for turnovers that the Vikings could potentially roll. But now this is gonna be a fight. But like we said, hopefully the Vikings get after Flacco's old immobile ass, as well as he'll serve up a couple of meatballs and go from there. But your thoughts are thoughts. Colts bench Anthony Richardson for veteran jumping Joe Flacco. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section, you know what to do. Skol, production value.